Hi, I'm Cherie Lindbergh, and welcome to Elevated Life Academy, where we share real stories of healing, hope, and transformation. Tune in to hear how everyday people are rising above and lighting the way for others. This is Cherie Lindbergh again, and I am the host of Elevated Life Academy, and we have some really exciting guests today. We're following up on our podcast previously with Dr. Stephen Rippe and Katrina Johnson. And we have some students that are part of the programming that they're involved in. And so we're really excited to have them and hear their perspectives today. So I'm going to turn it over to the students and invite them to introduce themselves and what school they're from.
I'm Zoe. I'm from North Crawford, and I'm a sophomore in high school.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Smith Penosa from North Crawford, and I'm a freshman.
Great.
I'm Finn Dudgeon, and I'm from North Crawford. I'm a freshman.
I'm Anna Logue. I'm from North Crawford, and I'm a senior. There's Zari Birch. She's a freshman. She's from North Crawford.
She's shy.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. Katrina, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Katrina Johnson, and I'm a helper for schools in Southwest Wisconsin.
All right, wonderful. And Dr. Stephen, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, you bet. I am a teacher foremost. I love being a great teacher. I'm fundamentally, though, a hope researcher. I study hope and how we grow it with students and staff in schools and in the community.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And we're going to have a wonderful conversation today. We really want to hear from the students because you're really living it. You're really in with all the interactions with Katrina and what she's trying to bring to the schools. And Dr. Stephen is doing a lot of data and getting students involved. So would really like to hear from the students, Katrina, the project that you've brought into the schools, and what do you all find helpful about the approach? So do you want to start, Katrina, and you go ahead and ask any questions or ask them to share about the programming?
Sure. Well, in the school, every hour is pretty much full, and this year we've hit refresh and reset to try to create time and energy and money around bringing the kids together to explore and listen to what belonging looks like and feels like, to what hope looks like and feels like. One of the programs that's our pillar is called Sources of Strength. And then we're slowly blending in group brain spotting, implicit brain spotting. These kids were just invited to make this happen literally last night and this morning, and here they are. So they're excited to share their voice. Uplifting youth voice is a passion of mine.
So would love to hear from the students here, and how is that impacting you? What are your thoughts about uplifting your voice and hope?
It brings out better opportunities for the whole school, I would say, because it brings the school together, and with Rise Families, it gets a little bit of everybody together, so we're bringing more for the whole school.
It helps us bond together with students throughout our school and explore more things and know more about ourselves and other people. And we get to do activities together, which helps our school and our community.
It gives the school more hope to be better, I would say, because it brings people when we're bringing people together, it gives the school more hope to have a better community
Yeah.
because it brings more energy, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Does it help you all feel connected and, like you were saying, belong? Like everyone has a place, everyone has a voice?
Yeah.
I would say everybody has a voice and everybody
Yeah.
belongs because you can go up to anybody and ask them any question. They will give you some type of answer.
Mhm.
It's more of a family than
Mhm.
just a school.
I'm going to ask Dr. Stephen some questions here about the project, and then I'm going to come back to you all students. So give you just a moment to think about what is one thing that was helpful to you and being part of this programming in the school. So I'll be coming back to you in just a second. So, Stephen, do you want to share more about the research on this project and where we're going with it?
Sure. Um, one of the big challenges we have as a country as a whole is that we know that some of the teaching and learning in our schools is really effective for a group of students. And what we know in our research is that we can actually kind of look at it as a third and a third and a third. A third really love it, a third feel compromised, and a third it really doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yet, if I go around and I study the mission and vision and the values of these large school districts, I have several of them in front of me right now. They really all talk about personalization, and they strive to have students who design and create their own future.
Mm.
And but then when we go and then we talk with students, what we find is the sense of belongingness is much lower. And
Mm-hmm.
and the bigger the schools, the harder it is often,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so and then we find though that if we take the time to, instead of having it be led by adults and have it be led by curriculum, we flip it around and really help students own the voice around, what do you think, what do you need, what do you think we should do, how might we partner to create the synergy we need, the engagement, the inspiration we need. And so, what these students have done for Katrina and I in this project is really helped, they flipped the script for us. And so, the more we listen to students, the more we partner with students, the more success we have in engagement, learning, and joy for both the adults and the students.
Beautiful. Okay, coming back to the students, what are your thoughts about that? And we kind of, I kind of said to you, like, what is one of your takeaways? And I heard you say that it helps build community, that it does help lift up voice. Sounds like it helps with connection and belonging. Any other thoughts around the program?
I'd say like the regional retreats really helps because like you get to know people like around like different school districts, and knowing more people like can make you feel better and have a better voice because like if you connect with them, then you can have more people to talk to when you're having a bad day.
Also, meeting with other schools helps a lot because we get to learn about new people and like maybe connect with those people that we've never met, and we can connect with stuff of how they feel. And yes, connecting with other students from different school districts and sharing our feelings about it. How do you feel? And
Getting to know everything around the wheel and like being aware of it also really helps because a lot of people just don't. Like they have it obviously, but they're not aware of everything that goes on.
Does this create a sense of safety for all of you so that you can be more real with each
Yeah.
other?
I
Yeah.
would say 100%.
Yeah. And what are the advantages of that for you?
It makes me feel more belonging. Just knowing that I like with mentors and positive friends. Like I know that a few of my positive friends can also be mentors, so it kind of like all helps. And then with like physical activity, like a lot of my friends can help with that. Like my sister, she's my best friend, and she helps with most of the wheel. Like she just helps with everything.
my brothers also help me a lot because whenever I'm upset, they help me, or whenever I have problems, they try to help me solve them. And they were supportive of everything. They're always willing to listen to my problems and how I feel.
Yeah. So again, it goes back to belonging and connection, and then you get support when you're going through a rough time, it sounds like.
I'd say family support really helps. I feel like a lot of people that know about the wheel, like that are in this group and that are aware of everything that they have, feel like a lot of them can count on family support.
Not only family and friends, but also like teammates. Like I have I have family and friends on my team, but I have also people that I don't connect with outside of that. So it's good to have them too.
My mom is like someone who like supports me a lot, so
Mm-hmm.
I always can count on her for family support.
Yeah, thank you. So it sounds like the program helps you all find resources that are supportive to you, that help you get through things when it's hard. It helps you like really know who's there to support you, help you feel safe, which brings hope and safety. Am I getting it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What is one of the challenges? Do you know of any challenges in terms of that you're facing with the program?
Um, I don't want to say any challenges. It's just thinking about like getting through school again and again every day so that
Yeah.
I can get to the retreat and know that I have people surrounding me.
So the retreat sounds like it's very beneficial for all of you.
Yes.
I'm just gonna ask and see, Katrina, is there anything that you want to add?
Well, you have these high school students in here that walk the walk and talk
Mhm.
the talk.
Mhm.
And what I want to reflect is what I'm hearing them say is how uplifting it is for them
Yeah.
to meet kids from other schools.
Mhm.
And we do that one day a year for high
Yeah.
school. And then we do that one day a year for middle school. And, people are involved with um, art competitions, or Anna and Zoe are involved with wrestling, basketball, sports. All these kids are involved with the sports and band.
Mhm.
But there's something unique about bringing kids together to explore hope. And it's really been a brain teaser, I think, for Stephen and I. And where we've
Mhm.
sat is just to try to listen to what it means to them.
Yeah.
Um, because we really don't have much language around like that hope piece. But as a therapist person, it's critical. Having hope is a big part of life.
Well, I'm hearing that. I'm hearing that from the students that it's really helping them. And I'm just wondering, um, what do you all think about group brain spotting and how it's connected to hope?
Um, I think it's very helpful because we get to bond with friends
Mhm.
and make friends.
I'd say it's helpful because you get to meet more people and know the community more because we don't focus, but we get to meet people around like in our area that are closer. So like if we become really good friends with them, they're not in school with us, but we can meet up after because they're not that far away for
Mhm.
distance. So like meeting more people knows that I have more like it helps me know that I have more friends to talk to.
Mhm. Which brings it back to connection, it sounds like is really
Right.
helpful. Yeah. Have you all been, has Katrina and all of you been working on trying out group brain spotting together? Has that been helpful to you?
I would say we'd like to, but I don't think we've talked about it really, like
Okay.
doing it.
Any other thoughts that maybe I'm not asking you that would be really important for folks to know about this programming? Because it seems like it's so hopeful and helpful. And, Katrina just said, what does all this mean to you all? Is there anything that I haven't asked you that would be really important for us to know about it?
I'd say a lot of people don't really use spirituality. They don't use spirituality as much, I guess. They kind of just live in the moment and realize that things don't always have to be serious.
We are really at a place of emerging what
Mhm.
is brain spotting and what is
Uh-huh.
our strengths based messaging.
Connecting those together?
We're connecting those together, and there's
Got it.
two of this group who've experienced it maybe more one-on-one with me, and then
Mhm.
in the group brain spotting that happens at our retreat, it
Mhm.
might be more implicit, and last year was more intentional.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that emotion regulation piece
Yeah.
comes with helping you feel safe at the regional retreat. is really intentional, like where we put tables, where we put chairs, how we have small groups, how we have hot potato / hope potato and play games and make it fun.
Mm-hmm.
And that is very intentional to help you feel like you can express your true, authentic self. We get conditioned to like be quiet, walk slowly, and you guys are magical. I'd like Cherie to just say a little bit about what brain spotting is and where we're going with the school thing.
Yeah, I don't know if you all know this, but what we're trying to do is we're trying to teach teachers and anyone that you have contact with in the school about brain spotting and how it can basically enhance belonging, enhance hope, and enhance the connection that you all feel at these retreats, because it teaches you how to help you feel hopeful inside every single day. And so it creates like an anchor. So you can anchor into that hope every single day, which just helps you all grow the hope and feel more belonging, feel more safe. And the hope is, quote, so that you all feel safer to really let your voice be heard. And the more that your voice is heard and you're more authentic you are, the more we can learn from you. Because we really want to support any programming that's going to help all of you feel good in a school setting, because you are our future. So it's so important that we hear your voice and know what it's like for you, because I'm not in high school anymore. So it's important to listen to your voice and hear what the experience is like for all of you. So it's really exciting to hear that these retreats and the programming for hope is making a positive impact. And I know it's really hard to only have that one day a year, but it sounds like that retreat is exciting for all of you, and it really makes a difference, if I'm not mistaken, just by listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go back to Dr. Stephen and ask, can you tell us more about, the data and the research and anything else that you think would be helpful with where we're going with this programming?
Yeah. The so as we look at schools, and I've been a teacher and a principal, administrator, and had different roles in it. What I know is in the system overall is that it's very, very hard to be a teacher. It's very hard to be an administrator because all these expectations that are coming at them are coming from all sorts of different sides. And then, of course, politics now rolls into the whole thing. And so what ends up happening is we have teachers who basically probably became a teacher because they love to teach. And what happens is that love gets run over. And so they are overloaded and they cannot sustain things. And so then when new things arrive that are very effective, like this work that we're doing with students to have them come together, have voice in who they are, build on their strengths, those kinds of things. What we have is a situation where the system's so overloaded, they can't respond appropriately to new opportunities. So what I really want, and just invite the adults listening to this, is to really say, look, we know as researchers that you are overloaded. It's hard to sustain this. And we also know through our research that students are a resource. And if we can come up with better ways for students to team with educators on learning and do it together, then we have this synergy that can happen that will create more joy, more engagement, and more success.
That sounds really wonderful. And I'm going to bring it back to the students. Do you hear how important your voice is? I just want to emphasize that. That's why we're doing this podcast, because we want other students just like you to know how important your voice is and how important it is that we learn from you, because you are in that situation. You are in the schools, and we're trying to learn from you. What is the best thing that we can bring to you and the students so that you can feel safe, you can feel hope, so that you can share and teach us what we need to be doing differently with your teachers, your support folks like Katrina in the school. So I'm just wondering what's coming up for all of you as you're hearing myself talk or Katrina talk or Dr. Stephen talk. Anything else coming up for you inside as you're hearing this?
I would say it gives, like, if this podcast goes anywhere and it gets, like, other students listen to this, or people who want, like, anybody who watches this, I hope it gives them motivation to do things and
Mhm.
to kind of experience the wheel a little bit more and like,
Mhm.
understand that they have more than just living the life that they have. They have lots of other things going on, and some people just aren't aware of it.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
it just gets somewhere to them.
Wonderful. Thank you. Anyone else want to share? What are you hopeful will happen from this podcast? You putting time and effort into this. What are you hoping will help
Inspiration. Yeah.
inspire
It's
other people? Yeah. Okay. Great. We'd really like to hear from all of you. So, any other thoughts about what would you like to see happen with this podcast?
More like activities to do a source of strength, and because helps a lot to bond together.
Yeah. Maybe a couple retreats a year would be nice, huh? Yeah.
Maybe more people.
Yeah, doing what you're doing. Yeah. We'd love to have more people hear about it and experience it.
Right.
Absolutely. Any other thoughts, Katrina?
Well, I'll say I kind of pride myself on being a curious learner and a smarty pants that's really determined. There's a lot of work and coordination that gets us this far. And we've been working on this work for 9 years, specifically with dozen schools in Southwest Wisconsin. The
Mhm.
challenges that we're facing right now are funding, staffing shortages, and just that capacity.
Mhm.
But in my heart as a therapist person, as a community member, uplifting these kids' voices as I tap their knees, that magic is really
Mhm.
valuable that we have that here. And I wish every school community can start to be curious about the huge power of strengths-based programming that's peer-led, and
Mhm.
also what brain spotting looks like in therapy, what brain spotting looks like in a classroom, and what it can do for the administrators to be like resourcing, expansion work. I
Mhm.
just heard it from a superintendent last week. I just feel like I can't be creative anymore. When ideas come across my desk, I just don't have the energy to put into it.
Yeah.
And this innovation that comes through listening to these kids is what we need, right?
Right. Absolutely.
It's what we need, right?
Yeah. 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 Raising the voice, raising the voice. Thank you. Stephen, coming back to you, other thoughts coming up for you as you're listening to what Katrina says and the students are saying.
Yeah, as a hope researcher, I've been looking at this for maybe 25 years, and how we do it. I think the big turning point is because we realize we need to really grow hope with both students and staff.
Mm-hmm.
And so we need to come up with these same strategies for everyone. And we need to do it at a certain frequency so we get a tipping point. It becomes automatic or automaticity, and around how can you activate belongingness? How can you
Right.
have agency? So it becomes a natural part of how we live between ourselves, within relationships, within our school, within our community. And I really think part of the idea is to be open to the idea of how you can create this in a way that is affordable, energizing, and creates the kind of school culture you really hope for. And
Yeah.
as I've experienced this with a network of schools, those folks that do that really create these unique school environments that are sustainable and joyful.
Mhm. Yes. Well, bringing it back to the students, one last question here, because listening to what Dr. Stephen is saying and Katrina and you, it sounds like by using the wheel, by bringing in more hope and belonging, um, overall, it helps you feel better about yourself, which helps with, I know this is connected to mental health in the schools, and I would imagine it's going to help all of you feel better. Any thoughts on that?
I would say it really helps me be more aware. So it makes me feel better about how everybody is connected. The whole world is connected. Everybody has the same feelings. We're all human. We're all living the same. I mean, not the same life because not everybody goes through the same thing, but we're all still living in the same world and we're all human. So it
Mhm.
helps me be aware that everybody makes mistakes.
Mhm. Yeah. Anyone else coming up with anything as we're talking about mental health in the schools and how this can help you?
Tomorrow is a new day.
Positive thoughts create positive things.
Yes.
So basically, keep your head straight and just remember that
Mhm.
things will be okay. You have a
Mhm.
positive mind. And also, like, just keep yourself active
Mhm.
because, it's really hard to think about what's going on inside if you are staying active and you are doing something. Like, just
Mhm.
sitting there in your thoughts is not going to help you.
Mhm.
Sometimes, like, you can be in your thoughts for a little bit, but if you get up and you do something, you'll be okay. You just have to think about not thinking about it.
Yeah. I mean, it almost sounds like to me as I'm listening that you have tools that help you regroup if you're struggling.
Correct.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, one last thought. Anyone want to share anything before, what that this is your opportunity. So is there anything if you wanted to speak directly to another student that you would want them to know about this programming?
Um, it goes around the world and to help us become better person and to help others.
It helps you know that you're not alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Well, Katrina, is there anything that you want to wrap up with?
To each of you here, thank you for sharing your voice. I know you were like, okay, whatever. Some of you were like, what? I'm nervous. Others were like, heck yeah, let's go. Let's do this.
Mhm.
Some really dressed up, and others
Mhm.
did it as a team. My friend goes, I'll go. And
Mhm.
we just really hope that your future includes knowing that your voice is super, super powerful.
And super important.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, with this, I really hope it does reach somebody and some
Yeah.
for this because if they listen to this whole thing and they realize what a high school student goes through in a day in the life, being at the school, it really might help.
Mhm.
Even adults watching it, they might know what their kids are going through,
Mhm.
understand that it might be hard. Like some days
Yeah.
than others.
Well, and I really hear all of you really trying to have those positive thoughts and use what you're learning so that you not only are you a voice for hope, but like what Katrina was saying, you're all walking your talk.
Right.
Yeah. So thank you so much for being here. You're so appreciated, and I hope it goes to as many students as possible as well. We're going to try and make that happen. Dr. Stephen, anything that you would like to wrap up
Well,
with?
first of all, I want to thank you for giving the students, myself and Katrina, a voice. Thank you. What I want to say to people is, this work may have started in one place, and we use tools and things like people mentioned, the wheel and things like that. What I saw happening though with Katrina and the students is they created some very new and interesting work that was unique to their experience. And so that's part of what this innovation is about, is allowing a new direction, some new power into it. And I just want to recognize Katrina and the students for being brave trailblazers to really
Yeah.
help think about what works, and then practicing and sharing that, being brave to do it,
Mhm,
and then
mhm.
sharing it with others. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And I want the students to know that it's going to be on all the podcasts. It will be on Facebook. It'll be on TikTok. So feel free to share yourselves. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so
He's a
much for.
superhero.
Yes, there you go. I love the purple. It really matches your eyes. Oh. All right. Well, I'm going to make sure that as many people as possible can hear this, and let's all be hopeful that others are going to benefit from this as well.
Yes.
So thank you so much for being here, everybody.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too.
Thank you.